So, Nora, when we talk about film noir, what's the first thing that just really jumps out at you? I mean, it's such a distinct genre, right?
Oh, Mark, absolutely. For me, it's gotta be the vibe, that palpable sense of dread, the shadows, the morally ambiguous characters. Like you instantly feel that dark, gritty atmosphere. It's not just a look, it's a whole mood, right? It just like hits you.
Yeah, I totally get that. It's almost like a character itself, that atmosphere. The way everything's just bathed in darkness, those sharp contrasts. It really sets the tone for everything else. It's never sunny and bright, is it?
Never. And it almost always feels like night, even if it's broad daylight? There's this like underlying tension. And I think that really stems from the post-World War II anxieties. Like people were coming back and the world just felt a lot more complicated. The lines between good and evil, they weren't so clear anymore. And film noir just like tapped right into that. It was really a reflection of society, I think.
You know, it's interesting because that darkness, that moral ambiguity you mentioned, it's not just a visual thing, is it? It's deep in the stories themselves. The protagonists, they're rarely, your traditional heroes.
Oh, totally. They're like always a little bit broken, a little bit on the edge? They're like always a little bit broken, a little bit on the edge? They make bad decisions. They're often caught in webs they can't escape. And then, of course, there's the femme fatale. Oh my gosh, the femme fatale.
Ah, the femme fatale, the ultimate siren, right? Always beautiful, always dangerous, always like leading the poor sap down a path he probably shouldn't be on. She's so iconic to the genre, isn't she? What makes her so compelling, do you think?
She is so iconic, Mark. And what makes her compelling is that she's not just evil for evil's sake. She often has her own motivations, right? Like survival, freedom, a sense of control in a world that's largely controlled by men at that time. She's powerful, manipulative, but also, sometimes a victim of circumstance herself. Think of like Phyllis Dietrichson in Double Indemnity. She's absolutely ruthless, but there's a vulnerability underneath it all, too. It's not just black and white.
That's a great point. It's that complexity, isn't it? She's not just a villain, she's a force of nature almost. And the protagonist, the male lead, he's often just completely out of his depth. He thinks he's in control, and then boom, he's just like completely ensnared. It's really tragic in a way.
Absolutely. It's usually a downward spiral. And the dialogue, oh my gosh, it's always so snappy and witty, full of like cynicism and world weariness. It just adds another layer to those characters? It just adds another layer to those characters? That sort of quick back and forth.
It really does. And speaking of layers, the visual style of film noir, it's unparalleled, I think. Those incredible shots, the lighting, it's not something you see a lot of anymore, is it? What were they like doing to create that look?
Oh, Mark, it's all about the shadows. They were totally masters of chiaroscuro lighting. That extreme contrast between light and dark. It's like they'd use Venetian blinds to cast these really dramatic, diagonal shadow patterns across a room or characters' faces. It just creates this incredibly moody, claustrophobic feeling. And a lot of it was influenced by German Expressionism, right? Like those stark angles, distorted perspectives. It really amplifies the psychological tension.
German expressionism, yeah. I always thought there was something a little unsettling. Like the sets themselves are almost twisting the reality. It's not just a pretty picture. It's conveying something deeper.
Exactly. The city itself becomes a character too, like those dark, wet streets, the endless alleys, the neon signs reflecting in puddles. It's all just like designed to make you feel isolated and trapped. Think of the grimy streets in The Maltese Falcon or the shadowy stairwells in Out of the Past. It just sets the perfect stage for all that moral decay.
And it makes you feel like you're right there in that grimy, dangerous world. It's really immersive. And it makes you feel like you're right there in that grimy, dangerous world. It's really immersive. So, given how distinct it is, how do you think film noir has influenced things beyond its original era? I mean, it's not like movies stopped being dark and gritty, right?
Oh, absolutely not, Mark. It's like everywhere now. Film noir totally laid the groundwork for so many genres that came after it. We see its fingerprints all over neo-noir films for sure, like Chinatown, Blade Runner, even LA Confidential. They take those classic noir elements, the cynical detective, the morally ambiguous case, the dark urban setting, and just like update them for a new generation.
Yeah, I can totally see that with Chinatown. The fatalism in that, and just the sense of corruption, it's palpable. So it's not just like specific stories, it's the whole ethos that carried over.
Exactly. It's the ethos, it's the visual style, it's the character archetypes. You see it in TV shows too, like, True Detective, with its bleak landscapes and morally great characters, and even in video games, honestly. Think of titles like Max Payne or LA Noire. They just borrow so heavily from that noir aesthetic and storytelling. It's like it created a whole new language for telling dark, complex stories. It really, really permeated culture.
That's amazing. So it transcended its own time period. It wasn't just a fleeting trend. It was a foundational shift in how we tell these kinds of tales. That's amazing. So it transcended its own time period. It wasn't just a fleeting trend. It was a foundational shift in how we tell these kinds of tales. So, Nora, what are some of your absolute personal favorites from the genre? The ones that just, like, stick with you?
Oh, that's so hard, Mark. So many good ones. But if I had to pick, Double Indemnity is a classic for a reason. The dialogue, Barbara Stanwyck, just chef's kiss. But I also really, really love Out of the Past. Robert Mitchum, Jane Greer, Kirk Douglas. It's like the quintessential story of a guy trying to escape his past and just getting pulled back into this dark, dark web. The fatalism in that one is just incredible. And I just love the way it looks, too. What about you?
Out of the Past is a phenomenal choice. I mean, the way Mitchum just resigns himself to his fate, that's just so well done. For me, it's probably The Big Sleep, just the sheer complexity of the plot, which even Raymond Chandler himself admitted he didn't fully understand. But Bogart and Bacall's chemistry is just off the charts, and the dialogue is just so sharp.
Oh yeah, Bogart and Bacall, they're just like magic together. It's a masterclass in like sardonic wit.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's why film noir still resonates, you know? The characters, the mood, that feeling of a world that's just a little bit broken. It speaks to something in us, doesn't it?
It totally does. It's timeless. Like those themes are always relevant. It just keeps drawing you back in.